words, and it just crashes back to the ground because we're dead spiritually. It's not that God wouldn't hear us. We have no spiritual connection to Him. Dead bones don't pray, guys. And there's dead bones laying in this place right now. Yeah, well, it's all right. What time is it? What you put in the crock pot today? They're not going to lean over and say that. That's what they're thinking. They're thinking of anything except listening to this. Number 3, the effect of revival. I'm hurrying, by the way, because I don't have to say, I can say Mary had a little lamb. Its fleece was white as snow. Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. And the lamb is here. And the lamb is walking. And the lamb is the lamb slain from the foundation of the world. And that's all you need to know. I'm going to start. I'm going to hold on so I don't run off and get over there and holler and scare some of you. The effect of revival. The last question. Why do we need a revival? Is it just so that on occasion we can have a great Sunday morning service and people get blessed? I got blessed listening to Virgil sing. Man alive, I got blessed. I did sing with him, but low enough, I hope y'all didn't hear me. I was just praying this wasn't hooked up. Because I was singing away, man. I was like, come on, Timothy. Y'all know that part? That's one of my favorite parts of that song. I saw Mark. I think in my version it's Luke 2. And Luke and Timothy. But I said, Timothy, I want to see Jesus. I got to sing right there. No offensive, just I got to sing it with him. Because I want to see Jesus. I don't want to hear another story. I don't want to hear another account. I want to see Jesus. For He's the one who died for me. It's all about Him. Can I tell you there's a purpose in revival? We get blessed and we like it. There's nothing wrong with it. But there's a purpose in revival. Look at verse 10 and 11a. I didn't read 11 now. You're going to have to look. 11a, the first part. So I prophesied as He commanded me, and breath came unto them, and they lived and stood, an exceeding great church. Is that what it says? Could be. If we'd get activated, if we'd understand what the purpose is, the church is the church militant. Oh, don't say words like that. We got to separate church and state. No, we can't talk about armies. It's warfare. That's why I called for the watchmen this morning. We're at war, and the enemy's coming. And we need an exceeding great army to stand up and say, not this city, bud. The enemy will go find somewhere weak. They're not going to come against a strong tower. They'll go somewhere else. And I don't want them to go anywhere else, but I don't want them here. So we need to raise up an army. Now look at verse 11a. And He said to me, Son of man, these bones are the whole house of Israel. In the Old Testament, the nation of Israel is very easily made the church in the New Testament. Not 100%, because that analogy will break down. But I'm telling you that God today to the church will say, guys, you're dry. You're laying around. You're not getting it done. You're not coming against the enemy. We're not seeing people saved in America like we should. We're seeing people saved. I've told you all this, man. One country in Africa, we started 1,100 Nazarene churches in 1 year. 1,100 Nazarene churches in one country in Africa in 1 year. We close them in America. We say, well, people just won't come. What are you giving them? You know what I found out? I found I was on the fire department when I was here. That's where I met Marty. When I wanted to be a fireman when I was in Tennessee, but I was too young. They did let me help one time, one big fire. You know what's always at a fire? You know what's always at a fire? Spectators. You know Chris is there. Spectators. We sometimes call them rubberneckers if they're at a wreck because they got to stretch and see who's dead. I want to see somebody dead. Man, alive. You build a fire, people will come watch it burn. We did training. We burned a barn out here south of town, and people from Centerville and Albia saw the glow and come to see what was burning. You set that church on fire, and people will come see what's burning, and let it be us burning up, not just the teens. As teens are on fire, set the whole place on fire. They're the kindling. They're the kindling. Set the whole place on fire, God. My throat's getting tired. I won't be able to preach another 20 minutes, and now I've got to be done. But no, I can preach without a voice. I don't need it. Mary had a little lamb. His fleece was white as snow. He's walking around this place, and he's telling you, why don't you go? That rhyme. I'm telling you. Think about that. There's always a but in it. But. Always got to be a but after you say something good. There's always got to be but. There is this one thing. Here's the one thing. Sitting in this room right now are people who are spiritually dead. Some are spiritually dry, and some are spiritually tired. You're not dead.